What's up everyone, this is Raven Builds and let's get started. So today we are reviewing the high-grade Cosmic Era Zgok Seed Freedom version. Yes, this unit is from the Gundam Seed universe, the Gundam Seed Freedom movie, and there is actually a hidden feature here which is automatically a spoiler. There is a Gundam inside. Yes, the Infinite Justice Gundam Type 2 piloted by Atron Zala. Yep, this is actually a special feature that this unit actually have, and there's already videos out there that have plenty of customization that the actual unit itself. You can put this one here, only got the torso, just to let you guys know. Now, let's move on to the next phase here, and a side-by-side comparison between the original Zgok from the Universal Century, and of course, it's gonna be my favorite character, Char Aznable. Now this unit here, the Zgok, is an older model compared to the 2025 version. As you guys can see, the color scheme are practically the same. Now of course, the Freedom version is a little bit of a darker color, but I guess because my Zgok here, I've built it many years ago and the color may be fading. Now between the two here, you guys can definitely tell the height difference and the complete redesign, which is actually quite nice, but it still retain most of the original features that the Zgok have from the Universal Century era. Now as you guys can see, just the difference between the two is huge, and of course the Zgok Seed here actually have a backpack. Now let's remove the backpack here. It is a little bit hard to honestly remove, so I actually got a little bit of a head here, and as you guys can see, there's some two slots here, so you guys can do some basic customization. Now of course it doesn't have the engine at the back here, since the Zgok is specifically made as a what do you call it, underwater unit. From what I can remember, this Seed Freedom version, I believe it is practically the same. Now that we got this out of the way, let's move on to the review itself of the Seed Freedom version. Now one of the features that this unit actually have is the horn here. Now spoiler alert, there is a special feature for this unit here. Now the pilot of this unit, his name is Atron Zala, best friend of Kira Yamato in the Gundam Seed universe, and he had piloted multiple units. The main units are Hgce Gundam, Justice, Infinite Justice, and other variants and other mobile suit, but mainly it actually retains the same color scheme that he has. Now of course, I'm gonna bring back the Char Zgok again. They definitely based off the colors with Char Aznable's color. Now one thing worth mentioning, this unit definitely has a special feature when you guys are building this unit here. Now this unit has a Gundam inside, so there's a story for that, and my suggestion is watch the movie itself. Now I'm gonna show you guys the first part of the manual here. Now this unit actually comes with the Infinite Justice body and head, but of course you can replace it with the actual Infinite Justice kit, which you will have to buy separately. Now it is actually pretty straightforward build here, as you guys can see. So the reason why they did that, definitely for customization for the diorama, which is actually quite nice. Now some of the features that this unit have for the Zgok itself are the extra parts here. Now we do have the claw here, orange claw. So practically the claw of the Zgok here heats up and becomes a specific type of heated weaponry, and you can actually remove it easily and install just like that. And you even have the shield here. Now the one thing for the head unit here, this is actually the nicer part, is you can actually remove this and it actually showcase the Infinite Justice head unit. Now for the eye here, one thing I like about this Seed Zgok here is you can actually move the mono eye. Yes, which is actually quite nice. You can definitely do customization and put an LED here easily. Now the other feature that this unit have is the damaged head unit here. Now, in the movie itself, there was a battle where part of the head unit has been damaged, and it actually showcased the head of the Hgce Gundam. Now, as you guys have noticed, this part here is a little bit loose, which is one of the issues that this unit have, but it's not a big deal. Now, to install the battle damage, all you have to do is just slide the head unit in, and that's it. Now you'll have to make some adjustments for the horn not to split into two there. Now when it comes to the articulation, it's actually quite nice, and got to admit, it is actually awesome to build. I decided to actually do a quick video so you guys can see how I actually built the arm unit here. And from the outside it looks so flexible, yes. And of course it is actually a ball joint inside here. Now you do have, again, the horn here that you can actually move, but you're not supposed to, and then you got the mono eye that is actually articulated. Now you get the claws here that actually rotates as well, and then you do have the shield that technically you can remove if you want to replace something else. Now when it comes to the articulation for the torso, as you guys can see, it's actually quite nice. It actually got some really good range of motion here. And then when it comes to the waist here, you actually get the side skirt that actually technically is a little bit articulated, which is the ball joint, just one piece here, as you guys can see. And then you actually got the back unit here, and you get the back skirt here that is actually articulated as well. I may have done something wrong here. Definitely. I did something wrong here. This here is the front skirt, so let's see if we can change that right now. Ooh, it is hard to... Okay, I think I did something wrong, definitely. Now I'll have to fix that. Okay, so managed to fix it somehow, and it's actually easy. I could have actually just rotated it, but the legs is actually a different matter as well because it was actually placed incorrectly. So you do have the waist here that you can actually rotate, which is actually nice. And then to top it up, you actually got some pegs here. And as you guys can see, there's the torso of the Infinite Justice Gundam, the one that came along with this kit here. Now installing this should be very simple, but I did actually struggle before, and now it's so easy. Now as you guys can see, there's no ball joint on the inside here, which is actually quite nice. And you actually can move things around here a bit, and it actually got a good range of motion there, as you guys can see. So definitely well worth it. It is actually very articulated. And now you actually get the front skirt here. This one here technically actually moves. See? It actually gives additional action poses here. And then one feature that this unit have, which actually kind of did surprise me a bit, is the action base slot here. And I'm just trying to find the right piece here. Okay, I do have this here. So as you guys can see, there are 3 slots here, and each slot is actually a perfect fit. So which is actually quite nice. Technically it's just the middle area here, but you can definitely place it in one of the 3 tabs here. Now installing the legs should be very simple, but before I go there, I'm going to show you guys the articulation here as well. As you guys can see, and the feet, and also you actually get the Gundam feet underneath here. They tried to hide it, but they couldn't hide them all. Okay, now installing this should be very simple, just like that, which is actually makes things easier. Okay, it's so weird actually sometimes to actually have this. Now, of course, guarantee I get an idea where they got the idea from. It's from the Build Fighters Tri series. When what's his name? Hgce discovered the dome had something inside of it. Well, not directly, but he had the feeling, and when the dome was destroyed during a battle with the Lightning Gundam, it showed the burning Gundam inside. Now let's put this back inside here. Easy installation. So as you guys can see, there's a really great articulation here and a lot of extra parts now, and which is actually quite nice. This definitely got a place on my shelves here. Now up next is what we call the M2X32E Volantis. So up next is the M2X32E Volantis, which is practically a striker pack, which is actually quite nice. Now it's currently in its what do you call that, like fitted form, and let's put this in its flight mode, which is actually quite nice. This reminds me of Star Wars, honestly. I think it's the X-Wing. Yeah, look at that. It definitely reminded me of the X-Wing. The transformation is just so simple, which is actually quite nice. Wow. And you guys already see the articulation there, and of course there is a slot there to be its a separate section, which actually is even better. Wow, just look at that. Okay, now of course it actually have some features here, which is the beam saver effect here, and the installation is actually very simple, as you guys can see, which is actually really nice. Wow. Overall, this is actually a really nice unit. I just got a lot of great things to say about the Zgok Gundam Seedker. Now, before ending this video, let's talk about the armaments of this unit here. Now, the information is on the manual actually, but you guys can check out Gundam Wikia. But here they are. Now, we're going to start off with the MAR-259 Beam Riser Slasher mode that is equipped on the Volantis. Then up next you got the YD5M Anti-Armor Slasher, which is the claw itself that glows orange. And then up next you got the SAM 434 SAM Jarhead, which is located at the top of the head of the Zgok here. And then up next you got your MAM50E3F High Energy Long Range Beam Cannon, which is located on the Volantis itself. Then you got your Q5M2 Heavy Ion Cannon, which is located at the claw. So it's a beam cannon itself, which is apparently pretty powerful. And then you got your AIM 1930D AGM RAAM Scorpio, which is the rocket pods of the Volantis. Nice range of weaponries here, honestly. Now, is this unit worth getting? Definitely a yes. It's been a really great build for me, actually. And I do want to get another one, honestly. Now, of course, there are a couple of issues here that I want to point out. Is the head unit itself, where it actually kind of splits into two, as you guys can see, which kind of sucks. But you can actually fix that easily. Then up next you actually got the knobs that is kind of clearly visible, but you can actually fix it yourself easily, and thick knobs, yeah. And then the other part is it is back heavy, and it will fall down, so you guys will need to use an action base to keep it steady. And what else? There's actually a lot of great details here, honestly, which is a positive. Some extra parts, but not a whole lot. No polycaps, and one sticker for the eyes, that's it. Definitely worth getting, and it's great. It will be a great addition to your Gundam Seed line. Now, if you want to, you can actually set it aside for your Char Aznable series. Actually, you can even actually just remove the horn here and make it into an upgraded Zgok for the Universal Century. Now, articulation is great, some extra features inside. Overall, a really great kit. So that's all the time that I got, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video, and keep on looking forward for more content. And remember, have fun, relax, and enjoy. That is Gampla, and have a good day, good night, afternoon, wherever you are. This is Raven Builds signing out.